Welcome to episode 410 of the official Game Stitch podcast. I'm Ryan Walton, and as always, I'm joined by Dan Reamer.
It is Freddie Prinze Sunday.
That makes no sense to anyone except for the two of us, because
and me.
you were.
I know.
Yeah,
I know. We're just discussing how Freddie Prinze has. When you picture Freddie Prinze and you think of Freddie Prinze Jr., most people think of, She's All That is basically what comes to mind. That and Scooby-Doo. But, man, that dude's got a skill set unlike anything, I've ever seen. And it's like some weird stuff, like things you wouldn't think. Like he wrote for wrestling. He was a writer for wrestling, for WWE. He's a very prolific voice actor in some, stuff you wouldn't think that he would be in. So, yeah, go Freddie Prinze Jr. You're my man.
Yeah, this is basically what happened before we started recording. Dan was declaring his genuine love for Freddie Prinze right before we started recording.
And he's married to Sarah Michelle, who it's always a win in my book.
Yeah, you're a fan of that too,
I'm
huh?
a fan of her too, yeah.
You're a fan of his marital situation.
I'm a fan of the Prinze family.
I get you. I hear you. And producer Gerald's here.
As always.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, he's mic'd up too. You hear that, you bastards? Quit complaining.
Yeah. No, he's not, I guess. It's going to be like normal. Every now and then he'll chime in with something. But now you'll be able to hear him.
Yeah, we're going to try.
Gerald, don't overstep your bounds here, man.
Wow.
Just keep your place.
This is already taking a turn. But seriously, everybody has said forever that we should be able to hear, or you should be able to hear producer Gerald. So we're going to try this for a bit, see how it goes. Again, like you'll have to adjust because he doesn't talk during the whole show. He just chimes in here and there.
I think it'll be good. I think it'll be good.
Yeah.
I think we'll stay away from maybe some of the awkward silences while we're listening to producer Gerald ask a question or make a statement or something like that.
Yeah, I think so. And he gets it. He's got to stay in your lane sign pulled up, so he gets it.
And by the way, people, don't be complaining about any of this now because you asked for this.
He's not going to take any of your fame, I don't think.
He better not. He better not steal the spotlight. There's only 2 stars on this floor, pal.
Wow. I don't know if that's true. Or more of like a no stars kind of show, I think, typically.
It's okay. There's,
I can still walk down the street without being identified,
I'm able to as well.
We don't have any of those
Although,
problems
to be
yet.
fair, I don't walk down the street, so I guess I don't know. I could be making stuff up.
Now, Skype also acting shitty this morning.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. It was fine all the way in the pre-production meeting, if we want to sound professional.
Wow.
The part where we bullshit before we start recording was fine.
It was. I'm not having any problems on my end.
Yeah, you froze and cut out again.
Did I?
On mine.
How about
Yeah.
now?
No, you're back. I mean, you're fine. That move could go away, but you're fine. Today's episode is going to be different for a couple different reasons. So one, we've got Gerald mic'd up in his producer capacity. And number two, there's not really any news stories to pull from. We're just going to talk about some of the Black Friday deals, as this is going to be our last show before that's a thing. Because it's already mostly a thing everywhere.
Well, got it. Yeah, doing things a little different this year. Black Friday is.
Yeah. And then we've got some stuff up front to talk about also with what we've been doing and some different game stuff. So there's a lot going on that I think we'll fill it up with, but we're not going to traditionally hit story 1, 2, 3, 4, or whatever it is that we normally do.
Right. Basically, we're just going to kind of sit down and have a fireside chat.
Yeah, we're just going to talk it up this morning, and then we will go into some hot deals.
No news. No major news this week, really.
Do you want the news really quick?
No.
Xboxes are hard to find. PS5s are hard to find. Some of them are having issues for both of them. Some of them aren't. The controller's really good on the PS5. I don't know any of those things to be true because I don't have either one of those, but that's all I can read every website I go to.
I've heard the controller's really good on the Xbox, too.
Yeah, it was already good, though.
It was already... That's true.
Yeah. Microsoft's had a fine controller for years now.
The DualShock wasn't bad, but apparently the DualSense is leaps and bounds above, is my understanding.
The DualShock wasn't bad until the DualSense came out.
Right.
And then people were like, what garbage have I been playing with, Sony?
Stupid plastic.
Yeah. So that's the update on the news side if you wanted it. Also, it's hard to tell the difference if you're playing the PS4 or PS5 version on the PS5, apparently.
Apparently, a friend of the show, Marshall 205, has been having an issue with that.
Yeah, he's still not sure what version of Madden he's playing.
Apparently, it's really hard to turn off, too.
It's not. I think there's two different ways to turn it off, and that's what the problem is. That's what I was trying to explain the other night. I don't even have one, and I was trying to give him hot tips, which I know is annoying. Because I'm super unqualified to give any advice because I don't have one. But, you hear things, you read things.
Yeah. I understand.
That's the news in a nutshell. So that's why we avoided it, because there's nothing like listening to two guys who don't have the thing talk about the thing.
Yeah.
And either you or I or producer Gerald have been able to get one yet. So
no, I guess I do have a question for you real quick.
Yeah.
Gerald, this isn't as much for you because you don't speak with Marshall 205 quite as often as we do. But now that Marshall 205 has had one and has explained it to you, are you any more invested in the need to get one?
No, I mean, I haven't wavered. I really want one and have really wanted one this entire time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have, the FOMO.
Okay.
I'm not like, oh, man, he has one. I got to have one.
Well,
but
no, I didn't mean like that. I mean, but now that he's explained it to you, you're like, oh, man, this is so much better than I thought it was going to be. I have to try to get one.
No, I already felt that way. He could have told me it was the worst thing he's ever had, and I still would be like, oh, cool, I got to get one,
Okay, fair enough.
Because I already wanted one. I already want an Xbox, and I already want a PS5. And, there seems to be a lot of people who I trust the opinion of who say that there are menus on top of menus, which is a little concerning.
Mm-hmm.
I've also heard over and over how elegant it is, which, I actually heard someone describe it as like a luxury machine is how it feels.
Elegantly unelegant, I think was a term that
I've heard that, but I've also heard it feels like $500 when you play it, which is interesting because I don't necessarily think the PS4 felt like what it cost initially.
And it also apparently takes about $500 worth of your time to get anywhere in it. So
yeah, so
see, double win. You got $1,000 system for $500.
I haven't felt any different through this process. Them being hard to find isn't making me want them more.
Okay.
I've really kept this same temperature all the way through, and that I really want it, and I'll be excited when I can get it. But I'm fine.
I tell you, I'm seriously, and I think I've mentioned this before, but I am seriously considering an Xbox Series S before I get a PS5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do want a Series S down the road, but I mean, as a Game Pass machine, I already have the Xbox One.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all my Series S will be, is just a place for me to play Game Pass games.
Right.
Especially now that EA Access is also included, or EA Play. I don't know what they call it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But that's included in there as well. But
I guess it's just the PS5 doesn't seem to be offering me much right now that I need.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think I'm seeing a lot of people say that the launch libraries for both systems are the softest they've ever been. I think expectations are just higher than they've ever been, because I actually think the launch libraries are pretty good for both of them, especially when you think about backwards compatibility and the upgraded versions. I would love to see what upgraded No Man's Sky looks like.
Right.
And so I think there are a lot of options there, but
at the end of the day, it's still a game you've seen.
It is, but that's remasters. You could say the same thing about remasters and look how many copies they move.
Yeah, I do understand that, but I'm not, I've talked about it before, and I know you have. The graphical jump, I think, is probably quite small this time. I mean, HD to 4K is not 8-bit to 3D. You know what I mean? But
yeah, I think it's the ability to. The frame rate seems to be the biggest thing everybody's talking about, is how buttery smooth everything feels.
How smooth everything is, and how quick the loading times are, I think, is the big thing that I'm hearing.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see. I think that when you think about those games that had updates, and I don't just mean, I know everything's playable, but there are games that have PS5 versions.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'd be interested to see how many of those kind of reignite my passion for something I didn't finish, or No Man's Sky, for instance. I think I'm 4 trophies away from the platinum. Is that what it takes to pull me back into that world and things like that? So I think there's more value than ever, but people are harder on the lineups than ever.
Yeah. I guess.
But these systems are expensive. The games are expensive. The controllers are expensive.
Well, I think there's perception out there too, and I don't necessarily think it's the wrong perception. If you consider the PS4 Pro and the Xbox Series, what was it, Xbox One X, whatever it was, these are pretty expensive, half steps, which is, I think, how I've heard some people explain them. But you already had that minor upgrade from PS4 to Pro, so on and so forth. Some people are saying that this almost feels like another half step, only it's more expensive this time. So I am wondering if the PS, if maybe people are a little harder on it because of the Pro than the One X, because they already had that half step just a couple years ago, 4 years ago or whatever.
Probably, but I would argue a lot of these features alone separate themselves from what they'd previously done. Just the videos I've seen on the PlayStation 5 and the things I've heard about it, I don't know. To me, that doesn't seem fair, and I feel the same way about Xbox to call it a half step, because they're drastically improved.
Right.
But I'm sure that has something to do with it. If the last time you got a new console was the launch of those two systems, then
it was 2013,
you'd certainly feel different now.
Right.
It's just a weird time. I mean, not to get into the world thing, because we did plenty of that the other week, even though we shouldn't have. But I mean, I just think the temperature of everyone right now is a little different. Mm-hmm. And if there's something to be upset about, we're probably going to hear about it.
Yep.
So overall, I've been, minus the launch of both systems, as far as availability, I've been pretty impressed with both systems so far.
Yeah.
Again, that's from outside perspective, because I don't have either one of them, but I've been pretty impressed so far.
Yep, as have I.
Now let's talk about a launch that I thought went better, because I got one.
Okay, I did too.
You got one, yeah. We talked about it forever ago, but whenever Amazon had their big Amazon Day announcements, whatever they call it, their fall update, I think it was, they announced Luna, Amazon Luna, which is their cloud gaming platform, much like Stadia or xCloud. That day, we had all signed up for betas, I think.
Yep.
And I'm guessing everyone who signed up for the beta got the beta.
I would think so.
And you and I both decided to go ahead and move forward and see what this Luna thing was all about.
We did.
And we're at different parts right now. You're still waiting on... We both ordered the controller.
We did.
It's not required or necessary. We both did. You're still waiting on yours to come in, so you'll have a bigger update on it next week.
Yep. I have my controller. My Luna controller will be here today. Mm-hmm. And I will be syncing it. I have... I could have used a DualShock to play on this. I know you did. But I want to experience it the way it's supposed to be experienced from the beginning. Mm-hmm. So I haven't played anything. I've got everything set up. I've got it set up on all my, all the different places I can play it. But I haven't played anything yet.
So I'm going to walk you through some of my experiences. Mm-hmm. We'll be able to revisit next week and see what your thoughts are. So for clarification, I started by playing, Luna has the ability to play in a browser, the ability to play on a desktop application, on a phone, pretty much anything with a web browser, a tablet. It'll also connect to your TV with a Fire TV, which I didn't at the time have, and don't have now. It should be in today. So the first way I decided to play was, on my desktop using a browser. Mm-hmm. I jumped in. I played River City Girls. That was just, to me, that seemed like the game that would have the easiest time running. Mm-hmm. I will say that I was pretty silky smooth on that game the first time I played it. I did play with a DualShock. One thing that immediately jumped out at me is the buttons did not change over to the buttons, even though Luna identified I was playing with a DualShock. It didn't change the prompts over to the PlayStation button prompts.
Okay.
Which I do believe is something that Stadia does. If not, it's something they should both do, because never having touched a Luna controller, I didn't even know the orientation of Y when it told me to hit it.
Right.
So I guess had it been a controller I was more familiar with, that would have been fine, but not knowing what it meant, I was poking stuff and hitting wrong buttons. There's a point where it's like, do something. I'm like, cool, and I hit this and I killed the person by accident. I'm like, well, all right. that was a little frustrating, but the connection the first time I played was very good. I had no slowdown, no hiccups, no anything. For clarity, I'm on a 400 download speeds and 20 upload speeds. Mm-hmm. I believe Luna's official site says that you need to at least have 25 by 5, I believe is what they say.
Yeah.
So that experience was fine. The next night, I played again with the DualShock. I stayed in River City Girls again. This time I played on the desktop app. I like that experience, okay. I was bothered by the fact that I couldn't use the DualShock to navigate the menu. But I knew the Luna controller was coming in the next day. So the Luna controller came in, and yesterday was really the first time I got to really sit down with it and really dig in. There's a couple different things. To set up the controller, you have to download an app to your phone.
Yes, I have that app downloaded, ready to go.
Yeah, I don't know if that is the most elegant solution, but it was simple.
Well, I think the key with that, my understanding of the way it works is because essentially you can play this on any system, pretty much.
That was
the key is that by doing it through the app, you link it to your Luna account rather than having to connect wirelessly to each whatever you're playing on at that time, whether it be phone, tablet, TV. I think that's
how
key.
It works. I don't know why you couldn't do that through whatever device you were playing on, though.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, if you're playing on your desktop, I don't know why it can't say link this to the account or your phone or vice. Like, it has to be done through that. It's not even like you don't go to Luna. Like, it's a special app that's just for the controller.
Right. Yeah. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so I hope in the future maybe that they eliminate that extra step. But I will say when you do that, you turn it on, you hit one button, and it does it. It's very simple.
Now, didn't you get that cool phone clip, too?
Yeah, so we're watching a video right now. I did buy the bundle that comes with a phone clip. The phone clip is not made by Amazon, but it's made for Amazon specifically for the Luna controller.
Uh-huh. How's it work?
$10 more. I've not even put it on yet.
Huh.
So when I played on my phone, I actually just propped my phone up on my computer because I wasn't going to play that way for long. I wanted to see it work. This is going to sound really lazy, but the clip was in a different room. So I just didn't go get it because I knew it wasn't going to stay that way. I just wanted to try it.
Gotcha. Yeah, phone will probably not usually be my choice.
That's the last way I played. I played that way last night before going to bed just so I could talk about it. So last night was really the first time I got to get into it with the Luna controller and really play for a while. I played River City Girls for probably about an hour, and then we're going to talk about it more, but I played Assassin's Creed Valhalla for about 2 hours. So that's probably the most graphically intense game on there right now.
Mm-hmm. I would imagine
it's
so.
Probably the largest game on there right now.
Without a doubt. It's huge.
And so for me, this is going to be my experience to see what Luna can handle.
Mm-hmm.
I did have some hiccups. I guess Control, you might argue Control is that already too. Control is very graphically intense. It runs like crap on a PS4. So anyways, I had some slowdown. I had some connection issues. I told you what my internet was. I am playing on Wi-Fi, but I'm in a really good central spot. I can see a router from where I am, a mesh system. And I did have some slowdown. It seems to be when I hit what would be a loading sequence, or what you would think is the game needs to get some information. So if I walk up and talk to somebody for the first time, it's like I would get like not even a half second, just like hitch. It doesn't keep you from hearing anything or seeing anything. You could just tell that there's a little hitch in it. And so, I didn't get a lot of that out of Stadia. I had a couple of those, but I had more of those in this one experience playing Luna. This is in beta. I do want to be clear on that. But none of them were an issue in any way to where it took away from the gameplay.
So nothing was game breaking.
No, I had one very serious slowdown that probably lasted about a second and a half. I paused the game, and as soon as it calmed down, I resumed the game. Now, I get what you're thinking for the setup cost of this. Maybe that's not something you want to do. It's in beta. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It could have been a hitch with my internet and not a hitch with the Luna also.
Right.
So take that for what it is. But so far, I am as pleased as I was with Stadia as far as the performance goes.
Yeah.
But the key to Luna, and I think we talked about this early on, was the way they've decided to present the games.
The business model.
Yeah, and so they are allowing you access to these games through channels versus purchasing games. So
yes,
you don't purchase any games on Luna. You actually subscribe to the channels of the stores.
Mm-hmm.
So
now, to be clear, one thing I do want to add is that Luna Plus is its own channel, and it does have games on there. So you don't just subscribe to Luna and then you have to subscribe to something else. There are games that you can play if you just have Luna Plus.
Yeah, and so Luna Plus, I believe, is $5.99 a month.
I think that's a pre-release price.
Yeah, I think it goes up to $9.99 after it releases.
I think so.
Right now, it is a smaller selection of games, and the only other option right now for a channel is the Ubisoft Plus channel, which is the same as getting Ubisoft Plus outside of Luna, but that gives you access to several marquee Ubisoft titles, including Valhalla, which is how I'm playing that.
Mm-hmm.
It is also in beta pricing.
Yes.
So at this point, it is $14.99 per month. I don't think they said what the full price will be outside of beta for it.
I can't see it honestly being much more than that.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Maybe $19.99, but anything more than that, I don't think it's cost effective for.
Here was my thought process.
Mm-hmm.
It's $14.99. I don't finish most things I play, so I can spend $15, turn off the auto renew, and then we'll see what happens. So
right,
I have 30 days to play Valhalla, and we'll see where I'm at the end of that 30 days. If I bounced off of it already, it was much better than spending $60.
Yep.
If I didn't bounce off of it, then maybe I'll do another month, and at that point, I'll probably have played all I want to play at the end of 2 months, and I'll still be able to come in under that price at $30.
Right.
I also played some Grid, car driving game. That was a pretty smooth experience. I didn't have any hiccups during that. River City Girls, I've played quite a bit of that now. It's been mostly smooth as well. I say quite a bit of that, but most of the time in River City Girls, I'm like jumping through menus and like trying to figure out Luna.
Mm-hmm.
It's not complicated, but I'm trying to, I'm looking at the different little nuances and things like that are maybe in the menus and the settings, and just really trying to get familiar with it.
Right.
I will tell you, it very much works like Stadia. The one complaint that I'll circle back to is the menu also don't work with the Luna controller. I don't know if that'll be different as you play on the TV. I hope that it is. But if you play on a desktop, you do have to select the game with a mouse and then switch to the controller. And I do not like that. Yeah, I thought the Luna controller would fix that issue.
But it didn't.
It was just playing with the DualShock. It did not. So
interesting.
Yeah. My plan right now is to play through Valhalla and make that pretty much all I'm playing right now on Luna, as I'm on a timeline for that game.
Mm-hmm.
The clock is ticking. I told you I was going to wait until I got the ability to play on the TV to do Assassin's Creed, but actually what I did was go ahead and start it last night so I could get through what I thought would be kind of the tutorial. So that as soon as the TV got here, I was playing.
Spoiler alert, it is.
Yeah.
You are in the tutorial. It's like 6 hours long.
Yeah, and I realized that after playing 2 hours and not making it out of it. So I didn't really accomplish that, but I will be starting from not fresh. And I don't have any, I'm 2 hours in. So I don't have any thoughts on Assassin's Creed, except for it feels already like an Assassin's Creed game to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't mean that in a good way or a bad way. I'm too early to have any opinion on it. It just feels like Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, that's how I felt playing through that 6-hour tutorial.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get out of that, there's tons more stuff to do.
Yeah. I don't dislike anything I've done so far. It feels like Assassin's Creed, and I want to play more. I woke up wanting to play more today.
Are you playing as the male or the female?
I'm playing as the female.
You did pick the female.
I did pick the female. I need to be on a TV. I can't stress that enough. I've talked about it with PC gaming just in general. I need to be on a TV, and so I think that I play Stadia on the TV as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'll really be prepared to discuss it next week when I've played on a TV, but I really think it's hard for me right now to It's
really
hard for me
speak
to talk
to Luna because you haven't played it in a way that you're comfortable with?
Because I haven't played it the way I want to play it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Understand.
it just came out also.
Right.
And so...
Yeah, I think next week we'll probably be able to have a pretty good discussion about it.
Yeah, a lot of the things that I said about Stadia initially, I would say about this, and that it's definitely in beta, and I don't mean that in a bad way either, but you can just tell.
Right.
They're figuring some stuff out right now.
But that business model, I'm telling you.
Yeah, there's this really weird thing, too, when you start a game, it like shows you this weird like ad for the controller at the bottom. And I say that's weird because I'm playing with the controller.
It's like, I fucking have it, dude.
Yeah, that's the part that I find weird is I'm like, why does it still do this for me? Like if you click on right there, that's the main menu, right? If he clicks on Sonic Mania, it's going to take him to a screen and you click play Sonic Mania. And as soon as you do at the bottom, it's going to say Luna controller, the best way to play Luna. And I'm like, yeah, I know.
That's why I fucking got one.
Yeah, so I don't know if that's going to continue to happen. I know that Amazon has gotten shit over the years for like, you can buy a tablet with or without ads.
Right.
It's cheaper if it can always advertise to you, you know, things like that. So I don't know if that's just a revenue stream for them because, you know, people get tired of seeing it and click on it and buy it or what. But I thought that was a little strange. I'm not used to my video game UI having ads in it.
Mm-hmm. Right.
In the same way, I guess, for like physical items. But it is Amazon, so I guess I understand. But, you know, so far, early impressions, I'm really happy with it. Now, I will say the way I've decided to do it, it's not cheap because I bought the controller, I bought the clip, I also bought a Fire TV Cube to be able to play on the TV.
Right.
So I'm relatively
But you didn't
invested.
spend minimum $300 on a brand new system.
No, but I didn't spend nothing either.
Right.
You could have just spent $5.99 and be playing Luna with your DualShock.
And the thing is, some of these people, you know, some people who get it, say, I don't know who these people are. Some of these people that are part of this, that play this, they may not mind playing on a DualShock. They may prefer to play with a mouse and keyboard. They may already have a Fire TV or some sort of Fire TV stick or Fire TV Cube. They may not want to play on the TV. They may play strictly on PC. So that the money that you spent, the money that I spent, because I had to go out and get a Fire Stick 4K myself for my TV upstairs. But that expense that we incurred isn't necessarily expense that. I mean, there are people out there that can get away with $5.99 a month right now and do what they want to do with Luna.
See that ad?
Yeah.
That's what pops up at the bottom is you're like loading in every time. I think that's weird. So you're 100% right. That you could do this for $5.99 a month. You can play with your Xbox controller. You can play with your PS4 controller. I didn't do that. So for a month of Ubisoft, a month of Luna Plus everything I bought, I'm going to be $160 into this thing.
Right.
But, and you and I had this conversation outside of it. There's some value in the Fire TV Cube that I find to be very interesting.
Mm-hmm. It's
something I've wanted for a long time. It was on sale right now. I'm sure because I bought it, the brand new one will be out next week. But that's optimized for Luna. But I'm happy with that purchase. So for me, you could discount that purchase. So really, what I'm out is the price of the controller and the monthly service. And you could even take the value if I play Valhalla the way that I should. You're going to get $60 worth of value easily out of that game, and you're talking about getting pretty close to positive within one game.
Right.
Realistically, I need to play 3 high-profile games on this to make it worth it. But for me to play with something new that I was excited about.
Yeah, but that's over the course of a year.
Yeah. It's really over the course of forever as long as I don't keep subscribing if I'm not playing.
Right. Yeah, because I just got the Luna Plus. I didn't get the Ubisoft Plus yet. The biggest reason I didn't is because I will have to play wireless.
Mm-hmm.
And if not, I will have to figure something out. So I do not want to waste, 2 weeks of $14.99 a month if this doesn't run the way I need it to and I have to figure something out. Now, with that said, if everything seems to run smooth, I will probably end up going ahead and getting the Ubisoft Plus. I don't know if I'll do it right away because the biggest draw on there right now is Valhalla, and I'm playing that on my PS4.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. For the knees, I don't know that it even makes sense for you to get that right now.
Right. I will at some point. I don't have a doubt. But
yeah.
And depending, I'll have to see what other channels come out. I'm sure you'll see EA come out on there.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Because the business model is so smart and you can independently subscribe to channels, I don't know why, as a publisher, you wouldn't get on here.
Why wouldn't everybody?
Yeah. So I'm excited to, my plan right now, and things change as games get added, my plan right now is to play through Valhalla, and then to visit Yooka-Laylee and the follow-up to Yooka-Laylee, the Secret Lair or whatever it's called.
Yeah, I want to try those. There's some stuff on Luna Plus that I want to try. So,
and then Control being the big game, the next big game that I want to try to play on here. And again, things will change as games pop up. Mm-hmm. And I know a lot of that's available through Stadia, but being a subscription, it feels like Game Pass, and I know a lot of that's available on Game Pass as well. But the convenience of being able to, even though I want to only play on my TV, the convenience of being able to play on here with significantly less load time than playing on a console, and always the updated version. Most of these versions are all the Ultimate or Gold editions or Deluxe editions, so they come with the DLC that's available for right now.
Yep.
It just seems like a nice way to play, and I am excited about kind of the future. I hope this is a little nudge and wink to Stadia to see the misstep, because there's things they did really right as well. And so I would just love for them to understand, like, this is the way to go. My understanding is having a Ubisoft Plus account does activate that in Stadia as well once they're linked. So that is interesting. And I thought Luna was supposed to have like robust streaming options. The way I can tell that it works right now is that you can watch Twitch on it, and you can play that game right from Twitch. Right from Luna. So if you're watching somebody play Grid, you can hit a button and be playing Grid.
Well, I can tell you right now that friend of the show, Matt, yesterday, he played River City Ransom on his PC and streamed it with video.
River City Girl.
Or River City, what did I say, River City Ransom?
Yeah.
Yeah, River City
But was he
Girls.
playing through Luna? Because if you get Ubisoft Plus, it also lets you download all the games as if you just bought it too.
No, he was playing through... Because he was having hiccups, and he said he thought in his stream, he was talking about how the hiccups were probably due to the fact that he was streaming as well as he had himself.
Yeah, but I wonder if he's streaming through, like he's capturing that and then streaming it, or if it's streaming through Luna, because I didn't find a way to stream through Luna, is what I'm saying. I didn't find a way to
that
do
I don't know. That I don't know. But he had some very minor hiccups when he was doing all of that.
Yeah, I want to be able to stream through Luna, and I'm interested to see if that's functionality coming, because that was the big thing with Stadia, too, is one button and you're live on YouTube, and I don't know that it's, and I haven't spent time with my Stadia in a while, but I don't know if they ever got that quite ironed out the way that they said. Now, one thing that I super love is that I have both of these in one, like, zip, like, hard shell case. Mm-hmm. It's with those, like, whatever, they're not hard shell, but they're not soft shell, or, like, you could set on it, but it might fuck it up. Cases, and they have a divider in the middle, and so when I unzip it, there's a Luna on one side and there's the Stadia on the other, and they look pretty good next to each other.
Yeah, where'd you get that case?
Give me a 5. Yeah, they have them a lot, and I scooped it up to put my Stadia controller in, but it was way too big because it's not like that one, which is just big enough for a controller. It's just a square one.
Okay.
And so it allows me to put, because the Stadia is rechargeable, Luna uses batteries. So what I did, because I'm a piece of shit, is I threw 2 extra batteries in there, as well as the charging cable, in case I'm on the go and needed power.
Which you probably won't be, but okay.
Never going to happen. Absolutely never going to happen. But yeah, pleasantly surprised with it so far. We'll have a much more robust update next week, because you will have played it, and I will have played it on the TV.
Yep.
And so
we will. And I just want to give you the heads up right now, Ryan, that you're not finishing Valhalla in the next 30 days.
I probably wouldn't finish it with 6 years, because I don't finish anything, but I'm guessing I will have played all I want to play in that time frame.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, that's kind of where I want to be.
There's a couple there. I mean, there's some ways, depending on what you want to do as far as side stuff goes. You can just follow the main quest line and maybe do a few side quests to finish the game. But there's a ton of side stuff you can do.
Yeah, I could probably mainline that thing in 30 days.
So you may be able to mainline it in 30 days. I'm taking my time with it. I'm I do way too much exploring, honestly. Because I'm greedy, so I like to get wealth. Yeah. And I'm probably 15 to 16 hours into it. And this isn't going to make sense until I tell you, but I'm only level 47 at this point. And there's parts of that game that you have to be level 220 to even make a dent in. So
yeah, I'm probably going to focus on the for the most part, just the storyline, just to try to advance that and push that, because I am, the maybe one negative side effect to this is because I don't plan on keeping Ubisoft Plus. Is that I do feel a little bit of anxiety from that timeline of like, I have to play it right now because that's the time I have with it.
You feel you're under the gun a little bit.
A little bit. I do feel like there's a timer on that, and that makes me a little uncomfortable, but I
can see that.
The way I cancel out is I have the ability to play Valhalla for $15.
Right.
All that I want. And so that's kind of cancels it out for me. Now, I don't feel that because my plan is to always keep that Luna Plus subscription going as long as I'm playing Luna. So I don't feel that same anxiety with that one because I plan on just keeping that channel.
Right.
But $15 a month gets very expensive if you don't cancel it, if you're not currently playing something.
And if you don't use it.
Yeah. I also haven't figured out how to cancel yet, which that may or may not be a problem.
Cancel Ubisoft?
To cancel any of those subscriptions.
Oh, Luna either?
No, it doesn't appear to be like, if I go to my subscriptions, it doesn't appear to be there. The other thing I will tell people is if you share your Amazon, your subscription for Luna is based off of your default payment.
Yes.
So the card you have set as your default, you can't change it. That is what it pays with.
Yep.
Or I couldn't find a way to change it. So, things to keep in mind. It's early. It's new. If you got an invite, I think they give you 7 days to decide.
Yeah, it took me about 3 seconds.
Yeah, I thought that was classy, though, to give people time to decide.
Yeah, it does. It was.
You don't have to go do it right now. Like, I think you have 7 days from the time you receive the invite, and if not, then you just get it when it comes out. It's a little bit cheaper. I think the controller is $20 cheaper to do it through this than to wait.
It is.
The controller feels great. By the way, it's a really good feeling controller. It's heavy. It looks like the Xbox controller. It looks like the Pro controller. It's got a good weight to it. The Switch Pro controller, I should say. It does have the offset sticks.
I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it to get here today, so I can start playing.
Feels really, really good. So
I'm surprised at how excited I am to try this service out.
I'm not, because you've been pro Stadia this whole time, so to me this is not shocking, because I think this is just Stadia done a little better right now. So I think that makes sense. I mean, because you've been very pro Stadia. You've not been negative about that.
Yeah, I mean, I never thought it was a bad idea. This business model is definitely much more intriguing to me.
Yeah.
I don't like, that's like if you buy Netflix and then you're like, okay, so here, we give you these 2 shows to watch. You got to buy anything else you want.
Yeah.
And that's like, what?
And it's not apples to apples, but thus far I've had a smoother experience out of Stadia, but Stadia's been out a very long time at this point. And
you did talk about some hiccups when it first came out, which was last October, I think, last November.
Right, but when I compare the two in my head now, I'm comparing Stadia today to Luna today.
Right.
And so I have less hiccups out of that. You can also navigate the menu with the controller. So if somebody knows how to do that and I'm just a moron, please let me know. That would be helpful, because I don't like switching. And maybe when you're on Fire Stick, it takes away that problem.
We'll see. I'll let you know.
Yeah. You'll
be able to find out yourself.
I'll let me know.
You can let you know. I hope I get mine first.
I hope you do too, because I want you to play it.
Yeah, it works. You can use a controller.
Yeah, I mean, I want you to play it, so I hope you get it too.
Yeah, I'm excited.
My Amazon is hit or miss. I'll either have it when we finish this show or 8 o'clock tonight. That seems to be the 2 time frames I can get anything from Amazon. Is really early, or you can wait all day for it.
Mine's probably going to get here around 2 o'clock, I would imagine.
Yeah.
But I do keep checking my phone during this to see if anybody's been at my doorbell. Or been at my
You'll be able to play
door.
it before me, because I'm probably going to set the cube up for the smart home stuff before playing.
It's probably a good idea.
Yeah, so I'll probably do all the ins and outs and learning how to use the Fire TV Cube before I ever even play. So I probably won't even check it out till tonight. Either way.
Yes, I hooked up my Fire Stick yesterday and got that all ready to go. I actually have my TV is off right now, but when I turn it on, the Luna comes up. So all I got to do is connect the controller and go.
Yeah, I did see some people online who they just mirror their desktop over to their TV and were playing that way. You can do that when you are playing Luna from a Fire TV device. Though you are actually playing on the device. Or connecting through the device, so you're not going through your PC, which is then mirroring to your TV.
Yes.
That may be just as good. I don't know. But for me, my Surface doesn't mirror to my TV without an adapter that I have to buy, and I don't have that adapter. So
gotcha.
I didn't try that. Also, you should not... You can, but I'll say the same thing about Stadia and xCloud. You shouldn't play on your phone. You shouldn't play Assassin's Creed on a phone screen. You can, you shouldn't.
Well, I guess it depends on the phone. Like, I got that 20 Ultra, so...
It doesn't matter. You shouldn't play. That's a small screen even for a big screen.
It is tiny. You're right. It's tiny.
You could get away with playing on a tablet. Though I still think maybe not the best way to play, but River City Girls, play that all day on a phone. That game is fine to play on a phone. No, not.
No, you know what? If you want to play Assassin's Creed on your phone, then do it.
Maybe if you got that Z Fold, that Galaxy Z Fold.
Yeah, that might work.
Yeah. No. You gonna get one of these, Gerald?
No.
Do you feel any differently about, because you bought the Stadia and then sold the Stadia, correct?
Correct.
Do you feel any differently about this?
No.
I wasn't able to sell you in that 45 minutes I just talked about it.
No.
That's good to know that.
When you said I could play everything on the Game Pass, I might as well just buy Game Pass and play everything that way on my computer.
I don't disagree with that statement.
I don't know that all those are available on Game Pass either.
A lot of them are.
A lot of them probably are.
And a lot of them are available on Stadia too. Here's the great thing about all of this. There's so many good ways to play video games that weren't here 5 years ago.
Right.
Like so many great ways to play games. Games are more affordable than ever right now. And, even with PlayStation Plus and things like that, and the PlayStation Plus collection now, or I meant PlayStation Now, and then the PlayStation Plus connection or collection, there's so many different ways to play games. It's a good time to play video games. Maybe the best time to play video games.
It's always the best time to play video games.
Yeah, one would hope that they continue to move forward.
Mm-hmm.
It's exciting. It's an exciting time. So this is just another good way to be able to jump in and start playing high quality games at an affordable price. Because, like I said, if you had a DualShock or an Xbox controller, you could literally play in Valhalla for $14.99.
Right.
You could play and beat that game for $15. So
absolutely right. And my biggest thing is, one of my other things with Luna is I feel more secure in Amazon supporting this than I do Google supporting Stadia.
Yeah, Amazon's been, I'm going to say this in the kindest way I know possible. They've been failing in the game space for a long time and still haven't quit.
Yeah. With
Lumberyard and with Amazon Studios. I mean, hell, that game, I already forgot the name of it, but their game came out in the Crucible, and they've already... Yeah, they killed it.
Yeah, they've already killed it.
So they've been failing in this space for longer than they've been successful, and if people know much about Google, they don't fail in the space very long.
No.
They
don't.
We give Google a lot of shit for it, but it's actually the right business move. That is the actual right business move. When something doesn't work, you cut and run. The money that EA is going to spend in Anthem will never be worth it.
You're probably absolutely right.
Right. So they're rebuilding Anthem from ground up because a lot of people have that game. But who gives a shit? Who actually gives a shit about playing Anthem? And they're going to have a fortune into it. Now, every now and then you see a success story in No Man's Sky, but I would still challenge that they've spent almost... that wouldn't be fair to say. They've spent a ton of money, though, making No Man's Sky what they always wanted it to be. And it has a cult following, but I don't know how much more money that actually made them. They probably lost them money by making that game what it should have always been.
Yeah, I would imagine probably.
So, yeah, what is this? How many people play Anthem?
Total player count by date.
Returning players, 14,000. Yeah, you can't make any money fixing a game for 14,000 people.
You're right.
You just can't, so I don't know. It's interesting.
Although it has been steadily climbing.
I personally give Google a lot of shit for cut and run, but I think business-wise, when you're the size of Google, that's the move that makes sense. You have your irons in too many fires to fuck with the ones that aren't burning.
I would imagine that's probably true. So, unless you got that Amazon money.
Yeah, because Google's hurting. Because they're hurting for cash.
Yeah, but Amazon will give something a chance a lot longer than Google will.
Yeah, I don't know if that's smart, but I feel better as a consumer about it.
Like that Amazon Ring, the ring you wear. Yeah, if that was a Google product, it'd be out by now. It'd be done.
It should be out as an Amazon product.
It should be.
Also, as the guy with the glasses, those should probably also be out. Hoping they give me something cool when they kill those off.
Yeah.
It's not the glasses. It's my face. They don't look good on me, and it's also I think the level of prescription I need for my glasses don't suit the shape of those frames. And so I actually get a headache when I was wearing them, and I thought it was just me adjusting to them, but that actually never goes away. So I don't think the lenses are quite right.
Gotcha. You just got that super fucked up vision.
Yeah, I got them fucked eyes.
Yeah.
And the optometrist or whoever makes the glasses, the lady was telling me that they had some issues fitting the lenses to them. And so I don't know if that was my prescription in the frames or if it was just the frames, but so. What I'm trying to say is I just shit on them, but I don't know if that's fair or not. But for my particular situation, that was not. They look dumb on my face. So even if I could see well out of them, I'd probably still only wear them at home because I look dumb in them. But the audio quality and listening to podcasts and stuff on them, excellent.
Oh, that's good.
The fact that I can hear and no one else can around me, excellent.
You look dumb in them, huh?
Oh, I look stupid in them.
Is that your face or is it the glasses themselves?
It's a combination of the two.
Okay.
Yeah. Together, they have united their powers to make me look extra dumb. They're a thick plastic frame glasses.
Right.
Look at that guy. See that gentleman? He looks okay in them.
He does.
I don't look like that in them. Just to be clear, that's not what I look like.
You don't look like that without them, to be fair.
That's true. I don't even look like this guy in them.
Wow. Yeah, and that guy's not a cool looking guy.
I look more like that guy in them. Like you want to be trendy, but you bought the wrong thick glasses, you know?
Is that them?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's them.
Yeah,
or those might be the Bose one, but they have that thick shaft on the side because that's what houses the brain.
I don't like that.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Oof.
All right. You don't have anything compelling that we need to talk about, do you, before we move on?
I'm still having a lot of fun with Assassin's Creed. That's about it.
Okay. We're long in the tooth already, so.
Yeah, well, we don't have much.
I want to we do this every year, but we talk about the Black Friday deals.
Yeah, now we're only like 2 weeks too late.
Yeah, and if you want to, I think this is fine because Black Friday's fucked this year.
It is fine. We'll stick to our schedule. Fuck COVID.
Yeah, you're not going to change us, COVID. I mean, you did, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
We're going to just go through some deals that I think are pretty good. If you see something you like, I don't shout out, go back to it. I'm just going to skip a lot of this shit too. Because I don't think any of the, I don't think I care about it. I don't think Gerald cares about it. I don't think the audience cares about it that listens to our show because those aren't the kind of things we talk about.
Right.
There's not really any hot deals on the system, on the Switch system, but you can get it with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and 3 months of Switch Online for $300 from Best Buy.
Good deal.
Yeah, take that for what it is if you're trying to get a Switch. I think that's a decent deal. PlayStation Plus 12-month subscription through eBay was $33. Be mindful when you buy stuff through eBay is what I would say.
It's so funny, though, when they... I think we talked about this a little bit the other night. I am so lazy that I won't buy one of these on fucking when they're on special because mine just auto renews and I don't want to fuck with it.
Yeah, 100%. I see this all the time when they're like, act now, PlayStation Plus is $25 off. I'm like, who cares? That's how lazy I am that I won't even do it to save the money.
I won't either. I'll just be like, okay, no. I know
Game Pass Ultimate 3-month subscription is also $20. It was $45 at GameStop and Best Buy. I think that's a pretty good deal.
Agreed.
And then we'll jump into some games. Watchdog Legion, $30 at Best Buy. So let me back up. I did this all wrong. Sorry. Let me start with when these are all active. So okay. Amazon was active for the 20th through the 27th. GameStop will be active the 25th through the 29th. Best Buy will be active the 22nd through the 29th. Walmart the 25th through the 29th. Target the 22nd through the 28th. And Kohl's the 22nd through the 27th.
So basically, as we're recording this right now, everything is going on.
Everything but Walmart and GameStop is going on currently.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. I misread the date.
Yep. Okay. So Legion's at Best Buy is $30. That game just came out.
Yeah, like literally 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm. So I think that's a pretty good deal. Just Dance 2021, which I know is for some reason just a juggernaut that won't go away, is $30. And I think that's just a month or so old. And that's at Best Buy as well. The Last of Us Part 2, $30 at Best Buy. That's a screaming deal if you haven't played that yet. That game's probably worth $80, so $30 is a hell of a deal. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2, $25 was $40. That's all at Target.
I kind of want to get that.
Yeah, it's not... You have fond memories of those games, but it's not calling to me to play.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
Friend of the show, Marshall 205, is having to come apart to have that, so...
I don't know if you said this or not, but on the Best Buy deals, you have to be a Best Buy member.
I did not say that. I didn't know that.
That's a good catch,
so you'll need a free
Gerald.
Best Buy account to claim the deals.
Yeah.
On all of these.
So you just have to...
I take back what I said. You're the star of the show.
You just have to be a member, you just have to have an account, though.
Correct.
It's free. That's probably why I didn't know that, because obviously I am a member there, and they just email you saying they send me shit all the time. It's like members only hours, and I ignore all that because I assume everybody gets that same email.
It's all the time.
I know.
It's constantly.
That's
it's like one an hour. They
email a lot. Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath Collection for $25. Is that cheap enough to do anything for you?
Nope.
That's That's at Best Buy as well. Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time. Also a pretty new release at Walmart for $30 instead of $60. I kind of want to play that, but I don't know. Ghost of Tsushima at Best Buy is $40 instead of $60. I really want to play this. I really hoped that it would have been cheaper, and it does not appear to be cheaper anywhere.
It's not. The cheapest it's gone is $40. I've been looking for you. The cheapest you can get it anywhere is $40.
I really want to play it, but I'm like $40, and I
thought it'd be cool if it was at like $25 or $30.
I was thinking $29.99, and that thing would be coming home.
Yeah,
but I don't know. Final Fantasy VII Remake is $25 at Target. Star Wars Squadron is $17 at GameStop. I think that's a pretty good deal. That one's not active yet. Remember?
Yeah, that is a good deal.
The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening is $30 at Walmart. Now, these Switch ones are crazy because there's never a sale on them.
Mm-hmm.
Luigi's Mansion 3, $30 at Walmart. Fire Emblem 3 House is $30 at Walmart. Marvel's Avengers, $27 at GameStop. Pokemon Let's Go, both Eevee and Pikachu, both at Walmart for $30.
I got to go back to, are either of you guys interested in Marvel Avengers at that price?
I'm not interested in Marvel's Avengers at free.
Okay.
Yeah, same.
I think that game is dying. Square Enix put out that...
yeah, I do too.
They have lost $60 million this year, in a year when they sold more games than last year, in a year where Final Fantasy VII came out, because they spent like a staggering like $190 million on Marvels when you take into advertising and everything. That game has been very expensive, and it has no tail.
Yeah.
That game is doomed. Cut and run right there.
I was just curious.
Square, listen to what I said earlier. You need to cut and run.
At free, once it goes free to play, I probably will try to play it. But there's no way I'd pay for this game.
Would you pay anything for it? I mean, would you pay $9.99 or whatever?
No.
Yeah.
It's got to go free to play before I'll even step in.
I feel the same. It's not super exciting to me. The new Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe was $30, or it was $60. Now it's $30 at Walmart. Mario Maker 2, same deal there at Walmart. Those are super good deals. Doom Eternal at Best Buy for $20. Ori and the Will of the Wisp Collector's Edition was $50, now $30 if at Best Buy if you're a sucker like I am. I don't even need this because it's on Game Pass. When I saw it, I was like, ooh. Ori has such beautiful art and a cool vibe to it that I'm like, that would look good on a shelf. But I don't need it.
But you don't need it.
I don't need it. If you need a new headset, Turtle Beach Recon 70 gaming headset, they're $23 at Walmart. $20 off of Xbox controllers, including the new models. I think that does not mean. I don't know if that means the Series X.
I don't think it is.
No, it does.
X.
It does. Includes Series X and S models. Yeah, $20 off. Stadia Premier Edition through Best Buy is $75 instead of $100. And check that. Not you, Gerald, but everybody else. Check and see if that's not actually even cheaper through the Google store, because I think it is.
Yeah.
That's mostly what they have on here. I don't know why they don't have the PlayStation deal on here too, but I think I've seen the same thing for DualShock's $20 off.
Yeah.
I don't think the DualSense is on sale anywhere. So nothing super amazing?
No, unfortunately.
Nothing I feel like I have to really have.
If
Black
you're into
Friday
the smart home stuff, Amazon has a ton of good deals on their Alexa stuff.
Yeah, and all that's already going right now.
Right.
You know.
But other than, nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing is jumping out at me as something I need to jump on.
It's weird. I said to you when we were talking about getting the Fire Stick so we could play Luna, I'm like, let's see what kind of deals they have for Black Friday. And you're like, it's already on sale. Like, so Black Friday's so jacked up this year.
Right. Because
it's a week long for like everybody with the exception of GameStop and Walmart right now.
Yeah.
Some of them been going since the 21st. They're going to run all the way through the 29th with those same sales. And I'm sure they'll have doorbusters and things like that. But stores mostly aren't open or aren't letting crowds gather.
Right.
It's going to be such a weird year for shopping in the traditional way.
For Black Friday shopping in particular.
Yeah. And so, I don't know what'll pop up between now and then. These are kind of some of the better deals that popped up. I looked at a bunch of lists. They're all sort of similar. People have games coming in and out. So, there are more deals than what we listed here, but nothing that I'm just got to go get. Now, PlayStation has a Black Friday sale on the PlayStation Network, the PlayStation Store. There's some VR stuff that Vacation Simulator's finally on sale. I've wanted that one forever. So I am going to pick that up.
Picking that up.
Yeah, I think there was something else on there, but mostly I just need to stop spending money because I've gone full investment on Luna, and I need to calm down.
I need to ease up a bit myself.
Yeah, this close to Christmas, because I do this thing that you do also, where you're like, "Oh, look how cheap and cool this thing is! I just need 14 other things to go with it."
Right.
And you don't need any of that to go with it.
I don't do that.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Doesn't even sound like me.
Here's how the conversation went when we played together the other night. I said, because we talked about getting this $17 Fire Stick.
Uh-huh.
And then we jumped on the thing, and you're like, did you get one? I'm like, no, I'm stupid, and I bought the Fire Cube, which is $80 instead because I like the extra stuff it does. And you're like, I'm going to get that too.
I ended up not getting it because, I need to call out Target real quick because fuck you, Target.
Okay.
Everywhere I looked, it said through Saturday. It said deal ends Saturday. What does that mean to you?
That means through Saturday.
It's an
to
actual
me
question,
personally.
dudes. Come on.
Well, I didn't know because
It's not rhetorical.
I thought we all knew it, so I thought that was rhetorical. But
Right,
yeah,
so it
Saturday.
means it ends at 11:59 on Saturday night, right? Right before Sunday?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Is that how that works?
That's how it works for me.
Okay. Well, apparently when Target writes that, it means when we open doors on Saturday, this deal is no longer in play.
So they meant through Friday.
In my world, not in Target world.
I ordered it through Amazon. I think it was like $79.99 or something like that. But all I needed to play it on the TV was that $17.
Was that $17 stick? I know. So I ended up getting and I didn't want to spend $119 on the Fire Cube.
You spent though $29. You also didn't buy the 17.
No, I did not. No, I bought the $30 one.
Yeah. Was it
Which
on?
apparently,
was it 30?
by the way, that one was on sale through Saturday too, and it was still on sale.
I was about to say how much you have to pay for it because it's $29 on Amazon right now.
But the Cube wasn't, even though on their website it said through Saturday.
Yeah, that sounds like a shitty Target.
I even took up the Cube to the guys, like, how much is this? Is this still on sale? This was on sale. It's supposed to be through today. No, it's regular price. And I'm like, you don't give a fuck, and I don't feel like arguing with you. So I'll get the one that does have the fucking sale sign on it. You piece of garbage.
But I just want you to know that I think you're wrong. I'm going to buy this other one, but I think you're incorrect. Just
right.
I'm not going to throw a fit, but I just want you to know.
Not going to throw a fit.
Wrong.
Not going to throw a tantrum. You're fucking wrong.
I'm not going to do what everybody thinks I'm going to do. Freak out.
That's right. I'm not going to chat out on you.
I think that you're
Blake
wrong.
out on you.
Yeah, I think that you're incorrect about that price.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I need to calm down with the spending. It's getting close to Christmas. You never know with this crazy world what'll happen with a job.
Mm-hmm.
And so I should probably just slow down. You know, just calm down
I'm
a
not
little bit.
planning on spending much anymore here for a while.
I say that until I spend it.
Uh-huh. Yeah, no, I'm really not planning on spending much here for a while.
Yeah. Gerald, the voice of reason, I was talking about getting stuff, and he was like, yeah, just not in a situation where I want to buy that right now. And I'm like, what a smart thing to say.
Right.
That I never say.
Right.
Because I'm all the time not in a good situation to spend that and just go ahead and spend it.
Uh-huh. I'm also one of the princes of poor decisions.
Yeah. Now, I want to always be clear. It's real first world problems because we can all afford it. We're not the richest people that I know, but we're all okay.
We're all not. Yeah.
We all know where the next meal's coming from.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
And I firmly believe that if that was not the case, we would not be spending the money on Luna Plus and controllers and Fire Cubes.
If it was tires for my car or a Luna, I would have got tires for my car.
Right.
Luckily, I don't have to make that choice. And Gerald doesn't either. He's just cheap as fuck. Y'all don't know that about him. Or maybe you do because we've said it enough.
I'll go frugal.
He's cheap.
Frugal.
Which one do you prefer, Gerald? You prefer frugal or cheap?
I'm not cheap. I'm just smart with my money.
Okay, so he prefers frugal then.
So that's frugal.
Frugal makes you sound uppity. Like frugal's
well,
a little peaches out
you've already cleared up the fact that he can afford anything he wants to. He just doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's fair. Anything,
have priorities.
Yeah, he's not going to go buy like a new car today, but he could afford most of the things he's going to want, but he won't go buy them.
Right.
Anyone that spends 515 hours or whatever it was on Fallout that he paid $1 for, that dude's cheap as fuck. Not frugal.
Okay, that's a cheap move, yeah.
Okay.
But the dude spends gazillions of dollars on Legos.
Anything to say for?
Yeah, I'm not cheap.
Anything
for
to say
some
for
reason,
yourself,
I'm talking
Gerald?
about Gerald like he's not even here.
Anything to say for yourself?
Just like Dan said, I do spend a lot of money on other things.
Yeah.
Just not the things you want me to spend it on.
I want you to spend it on everything, so that'd be impossible. I want everyone to spend money on everything because I like when people get stuff because I know how that feels.
And I'll tell you what, Gerald, that's very smart because I have given up, and I will never again spend money on the things that Ryan wants me to spend money on.
But everyone who knows me should understand. I want you to spend money on everything because
I know, but I am informing everyone who may not know you that you may have this conversation with. If he wants you to buy it, it's probably not the best idea.
I disagree with that. I feel like the way Gerald feels when you call him cheap.
You called
Right
him
now.
cheap. I called
Right
him
now, when you
frugal.
called him cheap, this is how he felt because I feel attacked right now.
Well, that's fair because I'm
I
attacking
thought we were in a safe place.
because you have cost me some money on some stupid shit. What was that fucking game?
Which one?
That fucking game.
You still talking about Naughty Bear?
There's probably about 6 or 7 of them.
No, not Naughty Bear. Naughty Bear was amazing.
You talking about Deformers?
Yup, that's the one.
That game's good.
That's the one.
That's a good game.
That is not a good game. I hated that game.
Here's the problem. Here's what happens. I'm not just out there just with the snake oil. I'm passionate about things. And sometimes I let that passion get the best of me, and I like other people to also be passionate about that thing. But I believe in the things that I'm slinging.
Deformers was terrible.
That's a good game.
And then
That
you wanted
game
me to
was-
buy that other one, that stupid flop around beat 'em up
Gang
fighting
Beast.
game. What was it?
Gang Beast.
Yeah. I'm
That's
like,
a good
nope.
game too.
Learn my lesson.
So here's the thing about Deformers. If that had been PlayStation Plus, that game would have had a huge following. They just didn't do it right. Gang Beast's excellent. I mean, I hear these comments. I hear people say that they bought a shitty game because of me. I think they're wrong. I hear these comments from time to time.
Gerald, have you ever purchased a shitty game on Ryan's recommendation?
No.
Gerald purchased Fallout 76 on our recommendation.
Okay, but that wasn't...
Right.
And he got
Okay,
6,000
see, I
hours
thought that
out
was a
of it.
shitty game.
It was a shitty game, but he got 6,000 hours out of it.
I know, but that doesn't...
I also bought Minecraft off his recommendation.
I've done nothing but give Gerald good recommendations.
Yeah, well, you ain't done nothing but give me some shitty ones.
I think that's not true. Because there's this little... I do this thing where I go, you might hate it, but I don't think so. That's my out. When I say that, I probably already know you're going to hate it, but I still want you to get it so I have somebody to play with.
That's fair, because I don't take your word for any of that shit anymore.
Because I will always like slide that little, like, you might not
I
like it,
learned.
but I think it's really good. It's just a throwaway comment, but it's my out.
And
Yeah, he's done that with the VR games he let me borrow.
Yeah.
yeah.
Have you hated anything I let you borrow that I thought was good and you just didn't tell me?
No.
Yeah, see? I'm in sync with what Gerald likes.
Okay, so it's just me.
Yeah. No, it's not just you. No. For the show, Marshall 205 is really upset about Gang Beast still. He still reminds me why that wasn't... That's a great game, though. But see, for the show, Patman got it and loved it. See, so I'm a 50% kind of guy.
Okay. Half right,
Yeah.
half wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, and
That's fair.
I can live with that.
That's fair.
Now, you're not innocent in all this. You helped me fucking pitch Naughty Bear to 3,000 people.
Naughty Bear was fucking good.
It wasn't, and you
It
did
should
that
have
just-
been. It should have been good.
Welcome to everything I talk about.
It should have been good.
They should all be great.
That's why I sold that game, because that game should have been, at this point, the best video game that ever been made.
Yeah.
That idea was fucking phenomenal.
I will say that with video games, I'm more guilty than other things where I'll go hard in the paint for something. With like smart home stuff, I'm like really cautious about how I talk to people about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's so expensive, I don't want to be the reason that you're like, well, I spent $300 and I didn't need any of this. So I try to go hard the other way and not steer somebody the wrong direction with the smart home stuff.
Mm-hmm.
With video games, I still get excited and I get stupid, and I think everybody should have it.
Yep.
So it's not all my advice. It seems to mostly be around video games.
Okay. Well, I don't... You've gotten much better now at telling me, oh, you'll hate it.
Yeah.
So you've gotten much better about that now.
I don't always believe that. I just don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it after when you hate it.
Because you believe I will hate it.
Some stuff.
Because
But I think if you just gave it a chance, look, how long has it been since you hated Minecraft? I still, like, in my mind, I'm like, if he would just give it a shot.
I did give it a shot. I hate it.
Yeah, you didn't give it enough of a shot.
Yeah, no, it's not how that works.
Yeah, I think so. Minecraft in VR has been great.
I even tried buying the Mass Effect pack to get me into it.
Yeah, I bought that too, just as to
Because I
help get you into it.
wanted to be into it, but I'm like, no, doesn't do it for me.
I wish that I still sometimes have that. I wish that you would just fall in love with Minecraft.
No. Okay, you can keep wishing.
So whereas you're like, you were wrong, I'm still like, he's wrong. If he would just give it a chance, he'd see.
Yep. Nope, I'm not wrong. I don't like Minecraft.
Yeah, so a lot of times I don't feel that guilt because I still think that it's the person that's wrong. Like Howard's wrong about, he's wrong about Gang Beast.
No, I wouldn't know because I've never played it.
It's good. It's all you need
I'm
to know.
fucking smart.
It's worth picking up.
I know it's not anything I would like. I can tell by looking at it.
Yeah. But I could say something like you shouldn't buy Luna and Stadia. I could say that and feel good about it.
Yeah, that's.
But
yeah,
you should buy either one of those separately.
Yeah, I can say that, and for my money, Luna's the better deal. It's more consumer friendly.
Now, Gerald, you would hate Gang Beast.
Oh, absolutely. I've watched you guys play it. I did share play you guys playing it, and man, that was a rough 5 minutes. Let me tell you.
Oh, I'll disagree.
No, I stand by my statement.
Well, that's because you probably just listened to friend of the show, Marshall 205, rage out.
I listened to both of you.
And me
he
having
did some raging and you did some laughing at him.
Yeah, that's a fun time.
I'm not saying it's not a fun time. It was fun listening to you. The game looked atrocious.
But Gerald doesn't play with anybody, so I don't see this being fun for him. Because you need friends for Gang Beast to be fun. Like, you need to play with people you know.
Yeah, I can see that.
Look at that. How does that not look like a blast? Look at that. Look at that.
No,
Look at that.
It looks horrible.
I'm thinking about ending the show and going and playing that now.
Go ahead.
Oh, it's so good. Oh,
this has been an episode.
Which one is it? Do you even remember?
I'm going to go with 409.
410.
Oh.
Was that 410 to Yuma? What is that called?
That's a 510 to Yuma. There is a single shot 410 gun.
Okay.
A single shot 410 rifle. So
I was close, is what you're saying.
No.
Okay.
Well, kind of Western, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Guns, Western. I'll give you close, I guess.
Yeah, show me a Western without a gun in it. Or don't.
What the hell's the purpose of this game?
It's a fighting game.
He's still perplexed by fucking Gang Beast.
It's a party fighting game. What do you mean? What's the point? You saw everything you need to see.
Looks like you guys just trying to throw each other through a window or
it's a government plot to make everybody who plays it stupider.
You're trying to eliminate the other people. You throw them off the stage like Smash Bros. But it controls like hot ass. On purpose.
No, it doesn't even control that good.
Now, I have a package at my door right now.
Oh, you fucking kidding me?
But it doesn't look like the right size.
Oh.
But you know, Amazon sometimes be losing their damn mind.
And pack it in a giant box.
You order like a pack of playing cards and it comes in the refrigerator box. You're like, what happened here?
Yeah.
This is not the most efficient packing for that item. And then you order something like my Luna controller came in a poly bag. Wasn't even in a box.
Really?
Mm-mm.
They get delivered to your door or in the mailbox?
Door. Amazon doesn't put anything in a mailbox for me.
Oh, really?
Mm-mm.
They do for me.
Amazon or UPS won't put anything. Now the post office will shove any size package they can fit in.
Oh, that's what I'm asking. Is because sometimes my Amazon stuff comes post office.
No, when they bring me Amazon stuff, they still put it on the porch.
Huh.
Mine, I'll take pictures too. I don't know. Some people say they don't do they still don't get the pictures. I get pictures of every package that's delivered. Like if I go on my Amazon order, I can see it on my porch where they took a picture of it.
Huh.
So I don't know, but
how do you set yourself up for that?
I didn't do anything, so I don't know.
Oh,
mine just does that. Maybe we're in like a high porch pirate area. Gerald, does yours do that?
Yeah, they take pictures, but we've also had an item stolen. So after I called, it seemed like the next package everything was pictured.
Oh yeah, I didn't ever have an issue, but mine does that. So I don't know. Maybe we're just in like a high
crime area.
Yeah, maybe.
I live out here in the rural country.
I've never had a package stolen or not arrive that was supposed to arrive. So
I haven't either. Sometimes they go to my neighbor's house.
Yeah. But I guess we got one that said delivered and it wasn't here, but we just contacted them and they're sending another one out. It's here the next day, so. I don't think it ever got delivered, though, because it didn't have a picture, and everything has pictures that gets delivered. And so, we'll see, but I don't think that looks like the wrong size box. It looks too skinny.
Mm.
You can't, the girth you always have to look at, because they'll use any size length.
Right.
But it doesn't. I don't even know how big a fire cube is.
I do.
Like
I can
baseball
tell you-
size? That's what I'm imagining it as.
What's that?
Baseball size?
Well, the box itself looks more like a. I'm trying to think something to compare to. I'm going to say it's probably a 5x5 square.
Yeah, I don't think that's big enough.
Because because I just had one in my hand yesterday when it wasn't on sale anymore.
That's
Piece of
no
shit.
good.
Piece of shit garbage guy.
Yeah, you Target guy.
Fucking turd. It was not even his fault. I shouldn't be mad at him.
No, fuck him. I don't know him. He's probably a nice guy. I'm just going hard in the paint with him.
Yeah, he seemed nice enough, but yeah.
No, hold on. This box might be big enough.
It's probably it.
Let me see if I can can you see that? Mm-hmm. Look at that box right there to the right. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Right there.
Not great. I can't see it great, no.
Yeah, I don't know why it won't focus. It's right there beside the scarecrow that's leaned up against the house. It's pretty good size.
I don't know. You're right. It might not be.
Yeah, I don't know if it's girthy enough.
Yeah.
Look at him just come running out of nowhere too.
Nothing wrong with that, man.
Focus. Look, he's just sprinting down my driveway. There's no vehicle. It's like he ran here with a package.
Why is he running?
That may be. Look, I don't know. That may be.
Why is he running?
He didn't take a picture either.
He didn't. Are your dogs barking?
No.
Why is he running?
Where's he go?
He's trying to get his Sunday over. That's what he's
Where's
doing.
he go? He walks out of frame. There's never a van, never a vehicle. Where's he go is the question. Did
Maybe
we just
he stole
see
it from someone's house and was putting it on yours so he doesn't get caught?
a real Robin Hood ass move? Did we just see a time traveler? I don't know any of those answers. There's something suspicious with that guy because they always take a picture. He didn't take a picture, and he ran from nowhere.
He ran to there and then back.
Yeah, off frame. I don't know where he went. They will sometimes park. There's like a strip of 6 houses here. Sometimes they'll park at my neighbor's and walk over.
And just walk to him?
It's very rare, though. And that gentleman was running as if he had committed a crime or was being chased by something.
Or he wants his...
Well, it's raining outside, so...
Is it raining?
Yeah,
it's raining outside,
rain.
and he wants his Sunday at work to be over.
It doesn't look like rain here yet. We usually get it before I do. Gerald. Rain, not packages. I don't know when you get your packages. I've never stolen one off your porch except for that one that came up missing.
Yeah.
I just look for those Lego boxes and scoop them up.
It was a hairbrush.
No,
my wife
I got the
ordered.
wrong box. Do you send stuff to your work? Has it ever been bad?
Now I do.
Okay, yeah. So say, has it been bad enough that you don't even trust it to be at your house?
Yeah, well, after my neighbor had a bunch of stuff stolen from her house, I said, forget it.
That's an industry. That's like a career people do, just stealing packages, just pieces of shit.
Mm-hmm.
I hate it. I hate it, especially around the holidays when it starts.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to do it for us. Thanks for supporting us. Remember, you can head over to patreon.com/GameStitch and do so financially, or you can just listen, lend us your ears for free, tell your friends, family, and your Thanksgiving turkey about us prior to cooking it. Let it know when it's raw. Give it a little pat on the back as you're shoving stuff up its ass, and let it know about the show. We find that people take to the show better right when something's going up the butt. I think is what we've discovered after 7 years of doing it.
I have never discovered that. That's an experiment Ryan did on his own and discovered.
I think that information's out there. You guys let us know, podcast@gamestitch.com. You can also let us know on Twitter @game_stitch, @ShirtlessDan, @PodcastRyan, or @HoffenShow. Let us know if you like Gerald being mic'd up. I swear to God, if you complain about this too, pull the plug on the whole project. The whole project.
Yeah, I'll have to quit.
Yeah, 7-year test that we were doing, the 8-year test we were doing, we just have to pull the plug on it because there's no making anybody happy.
I'll have to quit, yeah.
Yeah. Just quit and play Luna professionally, quit our jobs, quit the show.
Start an OnlyFans.
Continue an OnlyFans for some of us. Start one for Dan. Only Dan's still one of my most proud show titles ever.
I know.
That episode name hits hard. I want you guys to go back and just look at Only Dan's. You don't have to listen to it again, but just look at how good it looks.
But
on
look
paper.
at the title.
Yeah, look how good it looks when you see it written. You're like, that kind of looks like OnlyFans. That was a real proud papa moment.
Except it's Only Dan's. Yeah, we get
You
it.
get it? Yeah, you get it? It's like
Yeah, we get
OnlyFans,
it.
but with Dan.
Yeah, I get it.
Because we talked about him having one in that episode. It's pretty good. But that's going to do it for us. Thank you to the patrons out there. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you, Thomas, and thank you. Did I already say Thomas twice?
You
Thank
did.
you, Zach. Thank
Yeah.
you, Thomas.
Yeah.
Thank you, Zach. I'll say them both twice so nobody feels alienated. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you, Zach. There's a third time for you guys. We hope all of you have a wonderful Black Friday, whatever that means.
Yeah, especially you, Freddie Prinze Jr.
Yeah, and shout out to Freddie Prinze Jr., who really carried this episode, if you think about it.
That came full circle.
Uh-huh. It really did. Maybe call
I'm
us,
not even making fun of him. I like Freddie Prinze Jr.
Oh, I know. I know. You suggest I listen to that podcast that I hated that was his.
Oh, did you listen to it?
Yeah, and I didn't like it.
Him and Josh Wolf?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't?
Mm-mm.
Wow, you're a psychopath.
I didn't like it. Maybe I'll call this episode Prince of Luna, though.
Oh.
That way it's a little tie-in, a little...
It's got to be Prinze, though.
I know, that won't make any sense. I'll probably
You
just
got
call
to spell
Luna.
it right.
Maybe just call it Luna. What about Luna Landing?
No, all those are bad.
What about Only Dan's 2?
No.
Revengeance.
What about Prince of Darkness?
No, because that
Luna, you so fine.
doesn't... We gotta
No,
stop. These are getting worse.
That's horrible, Gerald.
These are getting... These are getting worse and worse. Somehow. Gerald won't be mic'd up next week.
Yeah. This experiment is over.
Yeah. I like
Luna,
referring to this
Luna, you so fine. What?
I don't hate that. Actually, it's growing on me a little bit.
Because it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I think so. It's growing on me, actually. I don't think I'm going to go with it, but it's growing on me.
Oh, man.
I'll keep it. It's under consideration, is what I'll say. Lots of times we'll talk about what the show will name it, and then by the time I edit it, I forget what we even talked about. Or
I know,
we
that's
talked
every
about.
time. That's pretty much every time.
So you think you'll know what it'll be named, but then when you name it, you're like, that's not at all what he did,
I
because I
never
already
know
forgot.
what it's going to be named.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't even know. So it's like
We
a
know.
feel thing. As I'm editing it, something will just get me. I'll have a moment with an item there, exchange that happens, and I'm like, that's it. And mostly, 85% of the time, I'm proud of what we come out with for the show name.
Fair enough.
It's probably what we do the best.
This is titles.
Name it. Is name it. Show titles. Yeah, if anyone needs a show title company, Dan and I are available.
We're it.
It'll consist of us coming up with ideas and then me just doing something later on because I forgot what we talked about.
Yes. Show Titles, Inc.
Yeah. Yeah, name's real on the nose.
Yeah.
No fancy name for that.
No. Don't need to get into anything.
Mm-mm.
You just got to lay it out there. Just keep it basic, simple.
Yep. Have a good Thanksgiving if you are getting together and you're celebrating or you do celebrate. Be
Careful.
safe. Don't lick doorknobs. Don't lick other people's tongues. And, don't sneeze directly in someone's mouth. All those things that you do anyways. And enjoy the turkey. Drive safe. That's all I have. You have anything? I gave a lot of good CDC information.
I think you covered them, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of good CDC.
I think you covered all of my warnings.
Don't lick tongues.
Particularly that one. That was really the one that I was worried about with people.
Yeah.
It's all that
Well,
tongue looking.
You know what it's like? Get a group of family together.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I do.
So,
Especially down by you.
yeah. I saw 7 people in Russia die because they drank hand sanitizer. Not
That's
to
another
cure
thing
COVID.
you shouldn't do.
Not to cure COVID, but because they ran out of alcohol to drink.
Oh, yeah. I know people that have done that with cologne.
Yeah, so that doesn't sound... Licking tongues doesn't sound so ridiculous when I tell you that happened. I think 7 of the 9 are already dead and the other 2 are in ICU.
No, yeah, it sounds just as ridiculous.
So, tongue licking, all things considered, sort of safe compared to drinking hand sanitizer.
Yeah, still not a thing you do with your family.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It depends on your family. Who am I to say?
Okay.
You've said it on like 300 episodes. Do you?
Okay.
That means licking like a third cousin by marriage tongue. You don't get any closer than that, but you know what I'm saying. They're barely even family.
I don't have Thanksgiving. My now I'm all confused. Just fucking forget it.
This has been episode 410 to Yuma, and we'll be back next week. I'm not going to call it that either, so don't get excited about that. I might use Gerald's shitty title because it's really growing on me. It's really growing on me. Anyways, we're going to end this. We'll be back next week. Same time, same place. Have fun. Be careful. Be safe.
Good night.
Good night. You saying bye, Gerald? Nope.